And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals, those grand finales here of the WardiTV Monday number 47. We are here. We have arrived with the final series of the broadcast. We're here to determine who's going to be our champion this morning in the right-hand corner of Leylands. We have our Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss. Aside from gaming, it is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player from South Korea. Representing Twisted Minds, it is herO. Go. Here we go, as we are going to be diving in. We're going to be settling into our next game. We're going to be settling into our grand finals, the best of 5. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Here we go. We are jumping on in. And when it comes to our PvP here, as we were mentioning, MaxPax, he has been diversifying his play so much more as of late. I do appreciate that. We've been seeing MaxPax have more success as a result. His PvP has been very shaky this year, but as you can see, 2-gate opener out of MaxPax of all players. And this is what I'm talking about. MaxPax freely himself opening up 2-gate like this is a rare sight, borderline unheard of. If you know anything about PvP, you will know that MaxPax, he never goes for a 2-gate opener. He always goes for the quote-unquote MaxPax opener. Gate into Cybercore, into Stargate, into expansion. That is what he's been doing for the past, like, 5 years. Unironically. It's been years, baby. It's been years that he's just been doing nothing but the same build, nothing but the same opener. I do think that's why it took him a long time this patch to adjust, to adapt, and to actually embrace something different, because of doing the same thing for 5 years non-stop. So I don't blame him. But finally he has decided to actually embrace change and to open up 2-gate. Let's go. So 2-gate open out of MaxPax. herO gate expands. Gate expands. So it's going to be on MaxPax to punish. It's going to be on MaxPax to try to be aggressive and to make up for the otherwise economic deficit that he's going to have. So hyper greed out of herO. It's going to be on MaxPax to punish. Let's go. Coming into this, this is the first time that I'm seeing herO and MaxPax ever since MaxPax has changed his style, so I don't really know who to favor here. Typically, I would lean more towards herO, but now that MaxPax has been, again, you know, approaching PvP in a different way, it's hard to say. As we have a robo follow-up here out of herO. Getting into Immortal production if he needs to. Meanwhile, Stargate follow up at a MaxPax, opening up Oracle. So Adepts and Oracles to harass, to deal economic damage, to make up for the later expansion. And we'll see if he can make up for it. See if he can. There it is, Immortal production has begun, the Oracle's on the way. herO trading with his opponent. So he doesn't quite make it in. Gets a probe, at the same time the Oracle has arrived. herO, he did not scout. He didn't quite scout, but he does have a shield battery. Oh. Warps and Stalkers, does defend back at home, does deflect. So far so good. herO's holding. He does hold on MaxPax. Because of the Stargate, it means that his blink timing is going to be delayed. So later blink out of MaxPax. These Oracles, he has to get damage done with them. He goes in. It's 1, 2. 2 probes so far. Gets 2 workers, rotates into the main base. herO, he does miss the rotation. Yeah, missed movement there by herO. Losing up to 6 probes. Ay. Yeah, 6 workers going down. herO just out of position. As herO tries to punish, and he does get 1 adept. The others, they can just shade past. herO in position. Nice movement. But still losing another probe. Oh, another 2 probes even. It's becoming a bit much. Players are building up. Here he's outside of the natural. Can't quite push in. Has to respect the stasis traps, of course. Yeah, safety void ray out of MaxPax. In case it were to be an all-in, we can see that here is expanding. And here he will have the faster third. And this is to make up for the earlier losses. You know, MaxPax, yeah, he's still not done. Ooh, he will lose 1 Oracle, but he does get 2 probes. That was 10 probes in total. 10 probes for 1 Oracle, and not a bad trade for MaxPax. Ideally, he wanted to keep the Oracle alive, but still, not bad. Picks in, pulls away. And he pulls away. We have a massive gateway explosion here from herO going into Massive Wing Stalker. Meanwhile, MaxPax is taking up Forge on the way. Forge for +1, charge as well to get into charge lots to get into to refine his army. Yes, MaxPax is poking in, but he has no intention to try to break through. Oh, but he will distract. Steps into the natural. Remember, they can one-shot probes. Kind of they will. 1, 2 probes going down. Nice harassment there by MaxPax. Ooh, but he will lose the Void Ray. Again, MaxPax, he cannot fight herO head-on. Not with 3 Immortals. Like, the Immortal count is just far too high. And if you recall, here's that Gateway Explosion. And remember, no Forge. No Forge. Gateway Explosion. herO is going for a massive push. Going for essentially an all-in. You can see here, under saturation. Only half saturated here at the 3rd base. And he's not making probes. He has no intention to. So again, 2.5 base all-in out of herO. He moves out across the map. MaxPax is not ready for this. He's got slow lots. He's got slow lots to defend. Shield batteries are just now trying to finish up, but the Immortals, they break through. They break through. The boys are being pulled. MaxPax, he will snipe the Prism. Prism goes down. No more reinforcements. But there's still too much here. Yeah, MaxPax, he's caught out. A little bit too greedy, taking up too much. GG gets called, and herO, he overwhelms, and herO takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. herO does take a lead in the series. Again, MaxPax, unfortunately, he didn't realize how committed herO was. He didn't realize how few workers there were at the 3rd and how many gateways there were in the main. So MaxPax, he was getting ready for a longer game. He was investing into upgrades with the Forge, investing into charge, investing into a Temple of Archives, investing heavily into tech, into saturating his 3rd base as well. All things getting ready for the mid game, whereas herO just went for the all-in. Just went for the all-in. He caught MaxPax with his pants down. The pants were down. MaxPax, he unfortunately didn't scout the main base, didn't see how many gateways there were, didn't realize the commitment. And now we're getting into our next game. But I do appreciate that MaxPax, again, he went for a 2-gate opener. I expect to see more 2-gate openers throughout the course of this series. I expect to see some more diversity out of MaxPax. We're already seeing it. We're already seeing it. Crazy. He's growing as a player, man. It's beautiful. We go. Clásico, sí. So now getting into game 2 and spawning in the top left-hand corner. Top left-hand corner of Pylon, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. Down in the series, but looking to bounce back, looking to make a series out of this. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player from South Korea representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. here we are back getting into game number 2, and we'll keep an eye on MaxPax in regards to his opener. I'm hoping he doesn't capitulate too soon and doesn't go back to what he does best and go back into a gate expand setup. We'll see. We shall see. As gases are being taken, herO setting up further back. Going for a double gate opener. Okay, so 2 gate opener out of herO and a 2 gate opener out of MaxPax. Mirrored openers between our 2 players. You love to see it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. From here, we can go for our Cyber Core into our first units of choice. We can go double Sentry. We can go double Adept, double Stalker, Stalker Sentry. Different combinations do lead into different setups in the early game. We'll see what we go for. Let's see what we go for. Oh god, jeez, herO, calm down. A little bit of a misclick there from herO. Aye. As he does disrupt his own mining for a moment. Meanwhile, double Adept opener out of herO, so herO's going to be more aggressive. He's going to be looking to harass across the map. Meanwhile, Stalker Adept out of MaxPax. This is a little bit more middle of the road. The Adept is going to be designed to scout. The Stalker can be defensive back at home. Again, this is less about dealing damage, more about scouting across the map. Meanwhile, herO, his is about dealing damage, about being active, moving out, and getting to the mineral line. Meanwhile, we have a Stargate before expand from MaxPax, so he will be opening up Oracle. Again, he's very fond of Oracles in this matchup. We've seen how versatile he can be, or how effective he can be with those stasis traps, and with his Oracle harass as well, which was beautiful, excellent in the last game. Meanwhile, Stargate from herO. Oh. Okay. Both players opening up Stargate. Depending on who scouts who, this might end up in a really weird situation. Okay. As Adepts trying to move in. So far, no one has gotten into each other's main bases. We have not been able to confirm the tech, whether it's a Twilight Council, Robo, or Stargate. MaxPax confirms there is no base, and herO throws out another gateway. Okay, throws down the 3rd gateway. Nexus has been placed. Adept into the main. Gets into the main base. More Adept shading across the map. But they're not able to achieve too much here. They get a probe. Yeah, they get 1 worker. They're going to be shut down. This is a brutal loss here for herO, bleeding out a lot of units early on. And remember, herO, his base is delayed. He only just now throws it down a very late natural. Now, he does at least find the Oracle, but... Oh, MaxPax shoots first. Yeah, MaxPax does shoot first. Oh, no, wasted DPS on the Oracle. Ay. Yeah, miscontrol there by herO. He was on a move. Basically, the Oracle was tanking for the Phoenix. And this is a shaky game for herO. It's very shaky. MaxPax looking solid. He's up on bases, up on economy. He has map control. He has air control, more importantly. herO is hurting. Oracle gets in. No shield battery. Yeah, no shield battery in the main base either. herO, he's falling apart. He will finally get the Oracle, but the damage has been done. MaxPax moving in. herO, he does have a Phoenix lead, but herO, he should not be able to save the natural. He shouldn't be able to survive this. As MaxPax is coming in for the kill. Takes down the Phoenixes. Yep, does so step in. MaxPax, he has broken herO again. Just a really shaky game from the beginning. Just being stuck on one base how much longer. Failing to do damage with so many Adepts. He invests into, like, I want to say 6 to 8 Adepts. And MaxPax is here to make a series out of this. Make a series out of it. Yeah, GG gets called, and MaxPax, he ties us up. We are going to game 3. GG. We're going to game 3 here again. MaxPax had a very strong lead early on, with a faster expansion, with a better economy. Likewise, he was able to catch out the first Phoenix of herO as well. Again, just a really, really brutal start. We spoke about the losses of hero's adepts. herO, he threw away so many adepts early on as well, so it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth delaying his own base in favor of a 3-gate opener. Remember, it was 3 gateways before the Nexus as well. herO, he tried to be aggressive, tried to be in his face, but did fall in his face instead. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we're now getting into game 3, and we'll see who takes the lead in this series. Will it go the way of MaxPax or herO? Bearing in mind this is the best of 5, so we still have plenty more games ahead of us, at least 2 more, but I'm hoping that we can go all the way to game 5. We'll see. We'll see. As first, we're going to be loading into Tokamak, one of the larger maps in the map pool. Because it's so large, very common to proxy on this map as well, but we'll see if anyone is tempted to proxy. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. Hi. And again, so far we've had a back and forth here, and we'll see if MaxPax once again opens up 2 gates. Again, it's been impressive to see MaxPax adjust and actually go for different openers and different builds and different styles. It took 5 years, but papi, he's learning how to PvP again. It's crazy. We'll see if we can keep going. MaxPax. As both players coming in with their probe scouts. Moving in. Double gas openers here from both players as well. There's the second gateway. Once again, 2 gate openers all around. Let's go. God. Never been so excited to see a second gateway from a player. It's crazy. In PvP. Out of this world. So far, mirrored openers, mirrored builds. If you remember last game, herO, he opened up a double adept, and he just doubled down on adept aggression. It just wasn't worth it. Just wasn't worth it in the end. He threw away so many adepts. He did not achieve anywhere near as much damage as he needed to. And again, that was kind of the beginning of him falling further and further behind in the last game. Will he open up double adept again? Will MaxPax take that role instead? As we are waiting for the Cybercore. Cybercore is done. What do you have for us? What do you got? Yeah, let's go. Once again, double adept. So double adept opener out of herO. Meanwhile, MaxPax going adept stalker. I'm getting deja vu. This is just like game 2. Just like game 2. So herO is going to be the aggressor, and herO, there's going to be a lot of pressure on him to get damage done. Depending on if he makes more adepts after this. True. Like, remember, herO, he did make a 3rd and 4th adept, and then he got a 3rd gateway, and then he got more he committed pretty hard. Meanwhile, herO, okay, so double adept into sentry expand. He does not make another unit, doesn't make a 4th unit. He skips a 4th unit in favor of a faster Nexus. Meanwhile, MaxPax going for instead a faster tech structure, Stargate. So Stargate opener out of MaxPax, followed by the expansion. With this, MaxPax should be opening up Oracle. herO, he has his own later Stargate, but if he can scout what's going on, he can make a Phoenix instead. He can react with a Phoenix and shut down the Oracle. As MaxPax, he slips into the main base. herO, he did not pylon block. Ooh, nice force field, but he'll still lose 2 probes. 2 probes still go down. herO, he doesn't get in. He doesn't know, not yet. He doesn't know, man. He doesn't know. He may just blindly open up Phoenix instead, just because MaxPax, he enjoys his oracles. All do know that. Here comes that hallucination. herO going into the main. There we go. Does scout the Oracle. And here he's already investing into his own Oracle himself. Again, if herO was able to scout this earlier, he could have opened up Phoenix instead to just shut it down and hard counter. But we have more oracles on the way. We'll see if herO can keep up. Oracles are moving out. Phoenix is on the way. MaxPax pokes in. Phoenix will catch out the first Oracle. The second one does hit the main. But no shield battery. Oh, he's on A move. Yeah, he is on A move. A bit of miscontrol there from MaxPax. At the same time, here he's across the map. That's why MaxPax was distracted. Losing 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, 8, almost 9 probes. 9 probes go down. Here he backs off. At the same time, MaxPax pushing into the natural. No shield battery. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's no shield battery, no defensive setup. Here, a bit of a shaky defense here. He'll lose one of the Stalkers. He'll lose the Phoenix as well. He'll lose the Phoenix. MaxPax takes the opportunity to go back into the mineral line. Now there's no Phoenix to worry about. Gets 4 probes. Gets 4 workers. Gets into the main base. Gets up to 5. But herO moves out. herO moves out, and here he still has a worker lead, just because of the earlier damage that he was able to deal. So here he's actually in a pretty good position. The Oracle's at least helping MaxPax recover. He's moving in. There's a recall. Does save the Oracle just barely. Saves the Oracle. Zones herO away. MaxPax is moving out. For the most part, he has recovered economically. Blink is finishing up, but Blink much faster from MaxPax. Proxy Gateway is finishing up as well. MaxPax is committing. Setting up for a third. But still moving in. And here, he has no micro potential here. He cannot engage the Simplicity working against him as well. Here is trying to push in. The pylon will survive. Okay. Oh no! Oh, massive stasis. Stasis goes off. MaxPax is going for the kill. He can just go for the kill. He can go for the throw. The pylon goes down. Depowers the gateway. Now going for the Stalkers, one after the other. Boys are being pulled. Oof. They're losing so many Stalkers here, setting up another stasis. The boys, they will bait. Stasis trap is about to run out. But MaxPax can just fight head on. You just fight head on at this point. Yeah, we'll take the fight. So trying to reinforce. Looks like here he might barely hold on. Now he has Blink of his own. Yeah, very close. Very close. Very clutch. And here he holds. Here he holds. He survives. But behind this, MaxPax is up on workers and he has a third. He has a third base already on the way. MaxPax, he's done enough. He doesn't have to keep going. Just calm down. We just calm down. Back up. Mac her up. Mac her out of this. As MaxPax is still warping in. He's still not stopping. Stationed behind the army, he goes to the pylon once again. Depowers the gateway, and here he's going for the base trade. He's going for the base trade, but it's such a late base trade for herO. He still hasn't hit the base, it's just now hitting the third. And remember, that's a third base as well. That can buy so much time. Yeah, here he's going to ignore it. He's going to ignore it. Going into the main. MaxPax is already there. Yeah, he's already in the main base. Focus down all the probes, all the boys. Okay, was it being depowered? Probes, they should not be able to escape. say that 3 workers do get out. herO, he can afford a Nexus. He got out, papi. He got out. In a head-on fight, herO, he could take this. Like, herO, he's only down 1 Stalker and he has 2 sentries. But the sentries aren't here. Never mind. Oh no, the sentries, they get caught out. Stasis goes off. Yeah, never mind. And MaxPax is all over this. Caught out both sentries. Stasis trap on the army. Going for another stasis. And herO just going for his final fight. His final stand. As he cannot take this army. He's going for it though. Links on forward. Down to 7 Stalkers. Down to 6. 5, 4. And then soon down to none. Down to none here. GG gets called. And MaxPax, he will take a lead in the series at 2-1. GG. Whew, GG, well played. And again, I want to say that herO, he had a stronger start. Remember, herO, he was up in the economy, he was up in workers, he was up when it came to his army as well. Like, he was in a better position. But honestly, in my mind, the moment that everything turned in favor of MaxPax was when he focused on the Phoenix. If you remember, there was a fight at the natural base, of herO, where MaxPax, in the middle of the fight, herO, he threw away the Phoenix. He used the Phoenix to lift up a Stalker, and he lost the Phoenix as a result. And it was in that moment where herO, he won the ground fight, he forced MaxPax back, and MaxPax in the middle of that, he actually moved his Oracle back around. He got into the natural, he got more economic damage, then got into the main base, and that was the moment where MaxPax took that economic lead away from herO, which should have been in herO's court. Should have been his economy, but it wasn't. With that, MaxPax, he was able to get damage done in the main base, preserve the Oracles, and gain value over time with the stasis traps, with the pulsar beams. GG. GG, well played. And MaxPax, like, he's known for his Oracle play in PvP. That's where he is probably that's what he is probably the best at out of all players out there. And now we're getting into game number 4. Gonna be loading into Incorporeal. Let's go. Let's go. As MaxPax, he's 1 game away from claiming the series. Meanwhile, herO, he's 1 game away from tying things up and forcing the ace match. Oh boy. And we'll see if he can bring us to game 5. We'll see if MaxPax can claim it all here and now. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Incorporeal, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming, leading the series 2-1, and 1 game away from claiming the series. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player. The red Protoss representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. Phoenix couldn't get the Oracle. The Phoenix could have gotten the Oracle, but as I mentioned, herO, he chose to use the Phoenix in the main ground fight instead. So he used it to lift a Stalker, and he lost the Phoenix as a result. Instead of pulling it back, preserving it for the Oracle instead. So the Oracle popped up. But here we go. We're getting into game number 4. And so far, we've had non-stop 2-gate openers, at least from the past 2 games. Once again, you have 2-gate opener out of MaxPax. Oh, herO instead trying to go for the expansion. Did go for the second gas geyser though. So Gate, Cyber, potentially Stargate. We'll see if he goes for the Stargate or the Nexus. But herO, he's going for a greedier start, which means MaxPax, he can respond with an all-in. He can respond to this with an all-in. But MaxPax, he does not have confirmation. Throws down the pylon, regenerates his shields, and confirms the Cyber Core. So a big scout here for MaxPax. He now knows that his opponent's being greedy. Cyber Core is done, and do we respond with a robot? Double Adept. Stargate out of herO. Okay. Does open Stargate. MaxPax, he sees everything. He goes for his own Stargate instead. Uh-oh. Okay. So MaxPax, he is reacting He's not like deciding initially to go for the Stargate. He's reacting with the Stargate instead, which means there should be Phoenixes from MaxPax. From the side of herO, he sees nothing. He has no probe scout whatsoever. If herO opens Oracle, he could be shut down. So I'm a little bit concerned for herO here. I'm concerned. So do shade in. Probe's gonna be going down here. He does not block the ramp. Oh, and yeah, this is already brutal down. This is too. Oh god. Before we can even talk about the Phoenix, like this is already too much. 7 probes. Oh boy. 7 probes go down. The Oracle moves out, but remember, MaxPax, this is a reactive Stargate, so he has reactive Phoenixes. And if he can kill this Oracle, I think that may just be game. By the way, this is just a very shaky start for herO. herO, he is behind. Saber's already calling it. That's a Chinese caster, by the way. Saber, he's like, oh, it's over. Wait. Stepping out. Saber, calm down. It is looking rough for herO, but oh god. Este Saber. As we do dive in, we get on top of the Stalker. First Stalker should be going down. The Oracles, they bypass the Phoenixes though. They're making their way into the main. They have potential. They have potential for damage. There we go. They can one-shot probes. Nice moves here by herO. And again, he's going to throw them away. Gets 8 probe kills. Up to 9. 9 workers going down. Again, this was a risky move out of herO, but MaxPax was out of position. herO did distract. herO, he's getting back into this game. Now, on the one hand, herO, he did enough economic damage to tie things up. That is true. That is true. herO, he has 28 to 26 workers. The problem, though, is that herO, it cost him the army. It cost him the Stalkers, which he's losing that final Stalker. Yeah, he will lose it. And it cost him all the Oracles as well. Like, herO, he's lacking an army now, and here comes the counterattack. Which means, even though, sure, herO was able to tie things up, that might soon change. As MaxPax is dragging the Stalkers out of position. Phoenixes are moving in. What are we going for? Going for the Stalkers. No shield battery. Oh god. Yeah, there's no shield battery. Gets 1. Gonna get 2. He's gonna get all 3. All 3 Stalkers going down. 1 Stalker gets surrounded. And from here, MaxPax, he should just overwhelm. Should overwhelm, take down every single Stalker. Unfortunately, MaxPax, he has no ground army. It looks like he's preserving his lifts here for Stalkers instead. So he just came to the production. Yeah, there's nothing on the ground. so MaxPax, he could otherwise, like, if he was able to save that 1 Stalker, he'd be doing so much damage. So less than ideal. Yeah, MaxPax now he decides to spend his energy. That's we're proxying everything, going for a proxy proxy Dark Shrine. Let's go. DT's on the way. Unfortunately, there's a Robo and there are 2 Stargates, so we have access to an Oracle for Revelation or the Observer. There's the recall back home.
Teleport successful.
MaxPax is terrified about what's going on. So the 1 Immortal on the ground. Let's go. Dark Shrine is almost done. MaxPax really scout that Dark Shrine. Let me move in that direction. Ah, he's getting an Oracle. Oof. He's getting an Oracle and an Observer. He's getting all the detection. I mean, again, went behind Dark Shrine, you know, herO, he's doing what he can. There is a chance that the Oracle and the Observer move out across the map, so there's a chance that this might still find damage. Oh my god. Okay. Never mind. Go straight for the Archons. I mean, for those that are curious, Archons, they're too thick. They cannot be lifted. These Phoenixes, they will not do anything to the Archons. And if they stack, okay. They're too dense. Too heavy. Army's warping in. herO, this can work. This can work. Phoenixes are across the map. herO, he commits to the 2-base all in. Oh god, no. He does take the stasis to the face. Never mind. No. Never mind. Never mind. There was potential. There was potential, but now MaxPax, he can react. He can react. He's warping in. Warping in more Stalkers. The Phoenixes, they're quite limited in what they can achieve, but they can lift at least all the Zealots. Speaking of, does lift. Again, doing what he can. The army does kite back. The Archons, though, they can break through. No, but they cannot break through the Immortals. As Phoenixes, they take a lot of hits. One Immortal's going to go down. But there's still 3 Immortals left. But there are plenty of Zealots, like here. Can they get on top of those Immortals? Voids are being pulled. Desperation defense here by MaxPax. Losing another Archon. More Zealots are trickling in. Here, he's gaining ground. Shout out to these Archons. The Immortals can do well against them, but they need it. They need to be able to get on top of them. It's not happening. Yeah, the Zealots. The Zealots are popping up. herO, he's doing it. Takes down the Arc. Takes down the Immortal. There's 1 Immortal remaining. Down to 2. Another force field locks down the Immortal. Gets another. Again, the Phoenixes, they do nothing. The 4 Archons. He's crazy. He's crazy, man. But is he running out of steam? As finally 1 Archon goes down. And these Archons are so low on shields. MaxPax, he holds, barely holds on. herO doing a surprising amount there. How many Phoenixes did he kill? 8. 8 Phoenixes went down in that defense. The power of the Archon. Again, just a really creative way to try to punish MaxPax. Really creative. That's what I appreciate out of what just happened. Like an unusual response in a certain game state. I mean, almost worked. You don't often see proxy Dark Shrine into 2-base all-in with Archon charge lots. To kill a player going Phoenix Immortal. It almost worked out. Now the question becomes, has herO done enough damage that we can just macro out of this? I mean, before we get ahead of ourselves, I'm a little bit concerned. So herO is going to be expanding. It looks like he wants to take a 3rd. The problem here is that we have a Dark Shrine from MaxPax. MaxPax, he's known for his DTs in this matchup as well, not just his Oracles, but the Dark Templar as well. And currently there's no detection. Now there is a Stargate, so herO, he can reactively make an Oracle, but it's still not the most ideal. He has no Robo, he has no Observer. herO moving in with the Scouts. The Scout is denied. Likewise, MaxPax, he doesn't get eyes on the proxy. But here comes the Dark Templar. And yes, you can chrono out an Oracle, but if we can get 1 DT in each mineral line before we realize what's going on, I mean, this will deal critical damage before any detection. Here's distracted. Yep, here come the DTs. 1 towards the natural, the other into the main. 0 detection. Now we start the Robo. Oh boy. And they're waddling in. Yeah, DTs, they're one-shooting probes. The Oracle has begun, and we spoke about this. The Oracle, it's going to take too long. It's going to take far too long. By the time it pops out, already 12 probe kills. And here, it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. Here, he moves out across the map. He has no economy. He chose not to expand. Here, he did not get a 3rd. Oh, and here, he cannot all in. Like, he cannot push into this kind of army. The proxy is found. Nice control by MaxPax. He was like, yo, the Archons are pretty good. Let me get my own. Let me get my own Archons back. And there will not be an ace match. There will not be an ace match here. I mean, again, it was just a really shaky early game out of herO. He lost so much to the Adepts, if you remember. It was the two Adepts that were the MVPs of this game. They crippled herO, and they gave MaxPax a massive lead. To be fair, and again, a big shout to herO for his 2-base all-in with the first Archon push. Like, it was really impressive, and he achieved a lot of damage with it. Against a lesser player, he might have just won the game. It was impressive how much damage he dealt, but it just barely wasn't enough. And GG gets called. MaxPax, who will claim the series 3-1, as there was no answer to the Dark Templar, and again, herO the all-in failed. MaxPax, who will claim the series, and he is this week's WardiTV Monday champion. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations, MaxPax. He will claim the series. And again, I do really appreciate that MaxPax, he has been broadening his horizons, and he has been adjusting his PvP. His PvP has been very one note for many years. It's been working for him, so he hasn't needed to change it in a long time. But now, coming into the new meta, coming into the new patch this year, he has been struggling in PvP. So now we do see MaxPax adapting. Now we do see him adapting, thriving, spreading his wings, and approaching these PvP matchups in a different way, a very different way. Really cool to see. GG, well played. With that, MaxPax, who will claim the series, and he is our champion. And with that, I believe there is another tournament that is about to begin. It's about to begin. It's right around the corner here. WardiTV Monday number 47 part 2 begins in how long? In 44 minutes time. 44 minutes time. There is going to be another weekly. Technically, I could stay up and I could cast it as well. I could stay up and I could cover it, but at the same time, I'm a little bit fatigued after Euthermal's 2-2 circuit. After working on that event over the weekend, it would be nice to get some rest and to rest up and to recover and to get ready for, you know, the rest of the week. We have a lot of content ahead of us, a lot of StarCraft, so let us switch our scenes over and catch up on our schedule, catch up on our bracket. Here we go. Here it is. Here it is. You can see our weekly schedule here. Tomorrow, we're going to be live in the morning at 9 AM KST. That is going to be 10 AM AST. That is in 10 hours. In just under 10 hours time, we're going to be live with Code for Giants Cup, the LATAM edition #1. That's going to be a spicy tournament full of Latin American players. We have the RSL European qualifier tomorrow night at 2 AM KST. We have the Pegasus Cup right after that. How am I going to cover all of that? I don't know. We'll do our best. We have the Pongcast on Thursday. We have Sunny Lake Cup on Friday. We have Little League Cup on Friday as well. We have the Platinum Esports monthly tournament. We have Sparkling Tunic Cup and the StarCraft Evolution League as well. Plenty of content, and there's even more that we could cast as well. For example, Wardi, he's hosting another tournament in 45 minutes, which we do have permission to cast. But again, I feel like if I casted that, I probably wouldn't be able to cast Code for Giants Cup. So, unlike this tournament, Code for Giants Cup, we are the only English casters. So, I do prioritize that event a little bit more. And again, it would be nice to get some proper sleep, get some proper rest. It's been a very intense week here when it comes to not just StarCraft, but also things happening IRL as well. So I just haven't had time to myself. So gonna probably try to get some sleep early. Get some 8 hours. That'd be crazy. Wake up to cast and get back into the swing of things. I also haven't been able to stream recently either. For the past couple of weeks, I have not been able to stream. For those that are curious, I just recently got some new pet bunnies. Less than a week ago. It's been a couple of days. And it has been a handful. And yeah, I just haven't had the time to stream, unfortunately, because of that. Your bunny cam? One day? Maybe, but maybe one day. So it would be quite expensive to maybe we can have a donation goal on my stream for something like that, for something like some portable webcams. Meanwhile, big shout out to Bond Gameplay in the chat. Papi, gracias, papi, gracias. Thank you so much. Gracias. Bienvenidos todos. Bienvenidos, pero ya terminamos, papi. Ya hemos terminado. Estamos casteando WardiTV Monday number 47. Congratulations to MaxPax. He is el campeón, papi, el campeón del torneo. Pero gracias para el raid. Ojalá que todo te ve bien. Ojalá Pero gracias, gracias, papi, gracias. Este Bond. Oh. Gigi. Descansa, sí, sí. Qué bien hablas español. Sí, soy de... sí, soy. Mis padres son de Perú. Mis padres son de Perú. Entonces soy medio peruano. Medio peruano. Medio. But thank you, thank you. Este Bond. Shout out to Bond, by the way. Bond, he is a Spanish caster. Spanish caster, Spanish content creator. Shout out at Bond. Soy peruano, papi. Machu Picchu. I have been to Machu Picchu. True, true. Have been there. Can confirm. Lad's gonna get a full 8 minutes of sleep. It's gonna be crazy. Gonna be crazy. I think we've been more than happy with the output of content. Thank you, thank you. Un abrazo. Un abrazo también, papi. Un abrazo también. But with that, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it, and we are going to be wrapping up. We're going to be wrapping up here for the day, wrapping up for the broadcast. Again, there's going to be another Wardi event in 45 minutes. En 45 minutos van a estar otro evento the Wardi, but I'm gonna go and pass out. I'm gonna get some sleep, gonna go get some food, gonna go pass out, and we're gonna be back in 9.5 hours. 9.5 hours time with the Code for Giants Cup. We'll be back. We will be back in 9.5 hours. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thank you for the support. A little bit awkward, but we're gonna be giving another streamer a raid. I think Steadfast is gonna stay live. If not, we can just raid Wardi. True, true. We just give Wardi a raid, just because he's probably just gonna go from one tournament straight into the other. We'll give him some love. Give him some love. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, ciao, baby, ciao. See you next time. Hasta luego.